Paul comes at his own life and he realizes, I can go through the worst of the worst. I've been in jail, shipwrecked, beaten, abandoned, you name it. I've done it. And I'm okay. I can be in abundance, receive this gift from the Philippians, and have what I need and be okay. And it has nothing to do with my own strength. It has to do with my relationship with Jesus. It is Jesus who has powered me through whatever I face. It's Jesus who fills me with strength. That on my own, I may be a broken vessel facing situations that seem overwhelming, or situations that would bring out my bitterness, or situations that would be hard to move on from. But on my own, I'm not going to be content. But it's Jesus, by what he's done on the cross and by rising again, that it's his strength that fills me, that moves in me. And it's him who allows me to face anything and be okay. And be more than okay, to be deeply satisfied. For Paul to write, I can be content, is a miracle. If any of us were torn away from this place and thrown into jail for following Jesus, if we were able to look back and write back to this community and say, I'm okay, and I'm more than okay, I'm deeply satisfied, we'd all say, how is that person saying that? They don't have anything. They're stuck in jail. We may look at Paul and say the same thing. How could he be deeply satisfied of all people? And yet, it is the strength of Jesus that's filled him, that allows him to do that. Now, I want to go on down to verse 19, where Paul wraps up the idea of being content, and he says, my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus. We can be content no matter what situation is going on. If the home life is falling apart, if our work life is awful, if our relationship with our child is broken and we don't know how to restore that, if we have friendships that we feel like are turning against us or doing things together and avoiding us, so we're watching our relationships fall apart, all those things over and over and over, we could face all of that and be deeply satisfied because, verse 19, God has met all our needs according to the riches of his glory in Jesus Christ. Tim Keller tells it like this. Let's say a billionaire takes a taxi and he has 3 tens. And he pays for the taxi at the end of it, and he looks later in the day and he realizes, I was supposed to only pay 2 tens to that taxi driver. I must have given 3. Now, it would be odd for that taxi driver to melt down about that and to need to make that an issue. It would be odd for the billionaire to do so. Thinking, I've had 3 tens, okay, I lost one of those tens. What does it matter? I'm still a billionaire. I have all the money I could possibly need. This is okay to move on from. Now, in the same way, we let a lot of stuff dominate us. Oh, this person said this insult to me. My friends are talking to me in a way that seems kind of condescending. I'm really hurt by what my spouse said. All these things that we're holding on to that we carry with us when we are billionaires in faith. We are billionaires in Christ. The way Paul says it, God has met all our needs according to the riches of his glory, saying,